Fairy circles are bare patches that form regular patterns in an otherwise continuous grassland. First described in the eastern edge of the Namib Desert in southern Africa, similar circles have recently been discovered in Australia. In Namibia, the circles are limited to wind-blown soils in a narrow band that receives 50 to 100 millimeters of rain per year. There has been much speculation and research on the causes of fairy circles, both in the scientific and the popular arena, and much Although initially thought to be permanent, or at least very long-lived, inspection of a large number of circles suggests that they come and go. The blue circles here show revegetated fairy circles. Sorting fairy circle appearance for a number of features suggests a life history. Once fairy circles appear, they seem to mature to complete barrenness in only a year or two. Once barren, the persistent wind of the desert carves the circle into a concave dish with a central region up to 20 to 40 centimeters lower than the rim. Most circles also have a perimeter of taller grass that remains even after the bare area revegetates. Thus, the ghosts of circles can be recognized by the perimeter grass and the concavity, both of which remain for a number of years. Eventually, they can be found only if they have been previously mapped. But how long do circles persist in the mature state? What is their lifespan? One way to determine lifespan is to note when something is born, watch it throughout its life, and note when it dies. Not surprisingly, this is tricky when the lifespan of the item is more than a small fraction of a human lifespan. This was clearly true of fairy circles. The way to get around this problem is to apply, statistically speaking, the rate at which circles that have been alive for a known time die, that is, revegetate. In this simple example, the proportion of a population still alive after a measured time yields the median lifespan. Fortunately, the Namib Nature Reserve has a fundraising program in which they sell specific fairy circles, each numbered with a ceramic plaque. Each of the 500 circles' condition can thus be associated with an elapsed time. Mike and Ann Scott photographed and collected data for me on most of them. The number that had died since their date of sale computed to an average lifespan of about 60 years. The second method for computing lifespan is to estimate turnover in a steady-state population. The reasoning is that in a stable population, births and deaths should be equal, and the inverse of the turnover rate is an estimate of mean lifespan. For example, if 10% of a population turn over every year, then the mean lifespan is 10 years. To pursue this method, I purchased 2 satellite images of the Namib Nature Reserve, one taken in 2004, one in 2008. I searched for circles that were present in 2004 but not 2008, those are deaths, and those first appearing in 2008, those are births. Here's a section with an unusual number of changes over 4 years. 8 births, 1 growth, and 2 deaths suggest a large rearrangement. In this way, I built an inventory of change and stability from 2004 to 2008. Each circle was ground-checked in 2009 to confirm its condition. Dead circles changed color on satellite photos and were visible for years. Circles that were dead in both images, that is ghosts, were detectable for years because of their perimeter grass image color and concavity. Circles that first appeared in 2008 were ground-checked to confirm that they were births. Changes in circle size were also detected. Note the taller grass now interior to the bare area. By far, the majority of circles did not change between 2004 and 2008. This was the mature and static condition. The lack of change was really obvious when the pixels representing the taller grass border were set to black. Identity was almost. The turnover rate was estimated as half the sum of births plus deaths. This turnover rate was divided by 4 to give an annual rate of 2.43% because there was a 4-year separation between the two satellite photos. Data from over 600 circles gave an estimate of 41 years with a 95% confidence that it lay between 35 and 55 years. This agrees reasonably well with the sold circle estimates. Circle size also affected turnover and lifespan. Small circles had lifespans of about 23 years and large ones about 75 years.